first fight since he won the title, blasting out John Mugabe in a round. That was in Royal Albert Hall, and had Mugabe on the floor 3 times. His opponent, Lester Yarbrough, 32 years of age, 8 years older than McClellan.
At the Palace brings us to our main event. This is 10 rounds in the middleweight division. This bout is sanctioned by the Michigan State Athletic Board of Control. Dr. Stuart E. Kirschenbaum, chairperson. Our referee is Mr. Bob Fisher. Introducing first in the red corner, weighed in at 162 pounds. As a professional, he has 17 wins, 18 losses, 6 wins way of knockout. From Jackson, Tennessee, let's welcome Lester Yarbrough.
Lester Yarbrough there from Jackson, Tennessee. Has lost 5 more than he's won.
And his opponent in the blue corner, wearing the Kronk gold, weighed in at 162 pounds. As a professional, he has 23 wins, 2 losses, 21 knockouts. From the Motor City of Detroit, he is the WBO middleweight champion. I give you Gerald McClellan.
So McClellan couldn't have been more impressive than the night he won the WBO championship against John Mugabe. Now, every time Yarbrough has stepped up in class, he's been beaten. And generally inside the distance, you've got to go way back to 89 for his last good win. And that was a points win over 12 rounds against Knox Brown. And the 24-year-old McClellan, well, he can only get better. He lost fights back-to-back 3 years ago in 89. Dennis Milton and Ralph Ward, 2 pretty capable journeymen, outpointed him. But well back on the winning trail now, McClellan. And as I say, he's got that WBA title as well. Fair to say that 32 years of age, Yarbrough in the twilight of his career against his mean, hard, fast-punching champion in McClellan. Managed by Emmanuel Stewart from the Kronk Gym, and I believe also jointly managed by Mickey Duff. Good puncher, McClellan. And that's going to be the undoing, I think, of Yarbrough. A good body punch there from Gerald McClellan. And Yarbrough went down quite spectacularly. Well, the standing 8 count here being administered. Well, that's possibly the shape of things to come. Only 2 men have gone the distance when McClellan has won on points. One was Sanderline Williams, and the other one was Charles Hollis. And I tell you what, it's only because they could take a whack or at least avoid one, but this man Yarbrough getting whacked downstairs. He looks a bit older than 32. Oh, goodness me, once again there. McClellan ripped in a body punch. Yarbrough up at 2. Well, he's not going to last much longer, is he? Although he's still coming out for battle. And that's the thing about Gerald McClellan. He's going to intimidate fighters before they even get inside the ring with him. Such a fearsome puncher, chopping right there to the side of the head. And it's all over. The 3 knockdown rule. Well, the crowd weren't too happy with that. They possibly wanted to see a little bit more of McClellan. And what a fight that would be. Roy Jones against Gerald McClellan. Roy Jones, of course, robbed in the Seoul Olympics. And Roy Jones, in fact, took 9 rounds to beat Lester Yarbrough. But he was some good men. Yarbrough, likes of Glenwood Brown, Rod Douglas also. Rod Douglas, in fact, outpointed him over 8 rounds. Just goes to show the kind of power that McClellan has. Glenwood Brown only took 10 rounds to beat him, points. Knox Brown was beaten on points over 12. And Lamar Parks could only outpoint Lester Yarbrough. So that just kind of puts into perspective this punching display. There's the last one, I think. Oh, no, it was the first one, in fact. This dynamic punching display by Gerald McClellan from Detroit, Michigan, taking over where possibly Thomas Hearns will leave off. He can hit this fella. 21 of his 23 wins inside the distance before this. Now it's 22 out of 24. Very impressive record. And poor old Yarbrough might just have seen the last of things. It hasn't done him any good, obviously, going in with these decent fighters. They've all chipped a bit away from him. Go back 4 years, Christoph Chiozo beat him in 7. Steve Collins, the former WBA title challenger, beat him on points over 10. And Gilbert Dealey, the former WBA champion, took 5 to beat him. So that just really does put into perspective this performance by McClellan.
Knockdown rule is in effect. The official time, 2 minutes, 2 seconds of the very first round. Winner by knockout, Gerald McClellan.
Well, short night's work there, but nothing really could be expected except the experience of Yarbrough to keep him out of trouble, which